State your name for you.
Jesus Jimenez.
Okay. And how did you get involved with photography? How did that start for you?
Well, I started an BA in finance, and after I finished the BA in finance in 2000, I worked in management and marketing and finance for 4 years. And at that time, I discovered my passion for photography, but not only for photography, but for plastic photography, for intellectual photography. I got a grant for seminars in photography in Guanajuato, and then some exhibitions came, and I decided to switch from finance to photography. Even though the exhibition you are perceiving here, you can notice that it's very rational.
It's amazing. Did you make the circles yourself?
Yes, I made the circles myself while walking or running in some parks in London. So the idea came across into my mind from Coldplay's song "The Scientist."
Really?
Yeah.
I'm familiar.
The lyrics of the song at some point said, "Running in circles, chasing tails, questions of science and questions about the future and all that." I think that song for me represents the last decade, and when I was running in one of my joggings, that song appeared randomly on my iPod, So when you run for long periods of time, 1 hour, 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I think your brain gets in another another level, because it's more oxygenated and you purify yourself. So when that song appeared at the time of relaxation, at the cool down, I was attracted by the words running in circles. I had my chronometer with me, measuring my calorie, and then it was a mixture of copy and paste, mix and match, and I just decided to create the circle while running or walking, and title each circle or each shape with the calorie wasted.
I was wondering.
Yeah, and so it's like because I had a big reference on this work, which is Richard Long and his traces on the grass. But I think I give a twist by titling them with a calorie and giving them the notion of energy traces.
Great. So how does the video play?
It was unplanned, and I shoot the video with my mobile phone.
Really?
Yeah.
It's great quality.
Well, not really. It's like only 2.5 megabytes.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. And the installation. What?
I just want to finish with the.
Oh, please.
With the square.
Please.
That perhaps at the first layer it is just the interaction between the river and the square. But it is also the interaction in between the moon, the tide of the river, and my sculpture. And that's amazing. So it's like the interaction of human action with nature, which is also traced here in the energy traces. And the connection is that this grass will grow after my traces. This circle will disappear.
Right.
So as a cube at the river, so nature impairs over human action.
Awesome. That's really cool. So tell me a little bit about the installation. These are paintings, these are on the floor. Is there anything with that?
Ideally, all of them should be on the floor, but because of the space and the curatorial department at the center, they decided to put both to divide them in between the wall and the floor, but I prefer the floor.
All right. So I just need a few little stop questions here. So I read on there you have an obsession with order, trace, and object. What exactly does that mean?
An obsession. I like things to be ordered. I can't live without order. And when I need to relax myself, I order things. So it's like my relaxation, my air to order things. And I like places and spaces that are just in order.
Okay. All right. Well, so how long have you been taking photographs?
I started to take photographs professionally, I mean in an intellectual way of thinking, since 2005, when I discovered land voice, thanks to the seminars I told you in Guanajuato. And then I took a seminar in Mexico City, and then I studied my MA in London. And since then, this is what I like. I mean, finance and management, they are traced on my work, but I like art and photography.
It's really great. I saw the original picture of this press release. When I walked in here, it's just like that's probably my favorite figure eight.
That one.
Yeah. Now, so there's different shapes. There's a square. I mean, most of them are circles, but that one's concentric. What's the meaning behind the different shapes?
Why different shapes? Because it was an experiment, mainly. Just the first one was this one, and then after this piece, I was like wondering what's next. More circles? Maybe I can do a square or ellipses or spirals or the infinite trace. That's how I made it. So just to create new shapes, new models, and well, they are not new, you know.
Right.
They are new, they are not unique, not original, they already exist. My intention is not to create a new circle or a new square, but to contextualize these figures with the time and my context. I'm living within. How can I explain this to you? I mean, the circle has existed since years.
Yes.
The thing is how I create a circle in 2010 with words of 2010.
Great. Awesome. Completely understand. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Well, the intention of the whole energy traces is to perhaps people will get conscious about their trace in the world, the shapes in which we are immersed, and hopefully, thanks to the dislocation I am stating here, people will think a little bit more about what traces are they left and creating in the world to change vicious circles into virtuous circles with the help of the virtue of the human action. So this all is about human action, new traces, new models, probably for a new era. That's my intention with this work.
Great. Hey, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you.